What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've had a pretty good day with Team popping about 30% and Limitless popping up to 125% at one point. I got rid of some up here, as you can see with the alert. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notifications when we drop these babies on an almost daily basis. Also, be sure to follow me on X. And side note, my Schwab portfolio is up 52% year to date, which is absolutely nothing to sneeze at, or nothing at which to sneeze if you don't like ending sentences and prepositions. But enough of that. Into the video. As you might be able to tell, I'm having a pretty good day in the markets. Team popped on earnings last night and followed through with that throughout the day. So I got in the 60s, I think, around 67, 68. Let me look. God, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. I got into Team at 66.94 a share. And I just got out at 88.88. So I know what you're thinking. I'm not all the way out. I had a normal size position, which even probably more than it should be still. It was 20% of my portfolio. When I saw these signals playing out, when I saw this setup, I made it about 75% of my portfolio, which is I do not ever recommend doing, but I got it up to about 75% of my portfolio. And on this big pop, I thought, you know what? I'm going to take it down to about 20% of my portfolio. So I'm still hanging on to a probably larger than I should size position of Team. But as you can see, this thing has a lot of room to run. And while it might give some back after gapping up hugely today, it's not giving me any sort of indication that it's going to go down tomorrow or the next day. So you never go broke taking a profit. I've taken a considerable amount of it off the table, and now I'm looking for the next move, which we will talk about a little bit later in this video. Second thing, Limitless got up about 125% at one point today on its usual pop, and I didn't notice the dates until I texted someone else and they pointed it out to me. But February 1st, March 1st and 2nd, April 3rd, it went 53.15%. It had a nice pop. And then May 1st. So apparently the first of every month, if you grab a little Limitless, you might just get a little pop out of it. Of course, that's not financial advice, but it's a trend, and I used that trend to my advantage today, and it worked out. So obviously I got rid of, you see my alert, I got rid of some of the Limitless up here. I'm hanging on just in case it tacks another big green candle on tomorrow or the next day. You never know. These have gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. These have gone into weekends before. So there's nothing saying that they can't do it again. Why not? But let's look further into Team, because this is the star of the video. By the way, if you go to my last video to the 3:15 mark, I start talking about Limitless and make this exact point a few days before this happened. I believe we were back here somewhere. It was April 28th or 29th. And I said, I'm holding on to some Limitless right now down here for the odd pop that it seems to do every once in a while. And it did it today. I am quite happy with myself. So me being in this self-serving, congratulatory mood with the, with the vibes of back pattery hanging so thickly in the air, I think it might be a good idea to just sell most of what I have, because normally when I'm feeling happy and excited, that's, that tends to mark the times when I should have gotten the hell out and sold with both hands. So kind of taking my own notes. Anyway, one other thing I want to touch on real quick, Ondo, which I kind of poo-pooed the other day, might not be breaking out of a wedge, so never mind. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I was thinking Bitcoin's supposed to break this orange line, but man, I mean, like I said the other day, crypto is just not showing me any signs of life. crypto's in a coma. It's not like blinking. It's not squeezing my hand. It's like this thing's on life support. I mean, yes, it's up, but it's the most lethargic relief rally I've ever experienced in my life. It's exhausting. That's why it's hard. Like things like this, 125 in one day. That's the reason you buy crypto. Things like this, when it's just range bound and it just chops you to death, times like these make it super difficult to hold. It's it can be a trader's heaven if you can do the old bing bongs here, and it can be an investor's hell if you're sitting there holding, waiting for it to go up. So with that said, let's get into team. This thing is just so low and so beaten down. It actually looks like it just broke above that point that it had trouble with last time and is just perched atop. But it does need to confirm. So like I said, it could come back down. It could fill in this gap before it goes any further up. That'd be great for me, because if it comes back down and puts in a base, that is what I want to see. I would get back in. Absolutely. Maybe not quite as heavy as I was last time. What's still very achievable is this. And I'm not going to leave this here, but you've got plenty of time till the end of the month to get up and fill this first gap on June 1st. It could do any number of things. So team is still showing us what we want to see. Side note, beaten down software stocks going into earnings may be a theme here. I would like to direct your attention to Reddit. Earnings. Double beat on earnings. April 30th. Today up 13%. SoundHound. Going into earnings. They bought some other company, Live Person, I think. Yeah, is that going to bode well for earnings, or is it running into resistance and it's gonna sell on earnings? I don't know. Twilio, earnings, double beat, and they are up meteorically 23% today. So you could see, in addition to team, this is the Joy Luck Club over here, 30%. 13%, 20%, 23%, and there's another one, Hover, which it put in 7% today, still nothing to sneeze at, but I don't know, they have not been beating on earnings. But I've caught this one out of the corner of my eye, moving 17% yesterday, so there's some movers and some shakers out there. Right now, I'm thinking about potentially getting back into names like SMR and Oklo. I would like to see Oklo back down here. It already hit the 786. Let's keep an eye on Oklo and see if it starts to consolidate here, or if it comes back down. I would be a buyer around the 40 to 45 range. But going off on a tangent here, let's get back to the matter at hand, which is team. That's what I see for now, guys. A lot of room to run on team. This isn't a very well-known company, but you might be using this at work. Just Google the name of this company and all the things they have. This is not an easy task to differentiate between which software stocks are going to bite the dust because of AI and which software stocks are just beaten down, going to ultimately survive the AI revolution and might catch a bid on one of these upcoming earnings calls. So FIG might qualify. It's beaten down, and we'll see. We will see. We got earnings coming up on 14th May, so I might start sliding into here. I mean, how much further down can it even go? I mean, it's not a great way to look at it, but certainly something to think about. All these beaten down software stocks are popping coming out of these earnings calls. So why not FIG? It is certainly due for some love because it has just been down only. And for such a good company, it deserves to go up every once in a while. So we'll see. We'll see. This thing has been at 142, so we'll see if it can get back up there. I would think that it could, but Been wrong before. So, guys, if you got value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when we drop these babies on an almost daily basis. Thanks for watching Powers Capital. YouTube thinks you'll like to watch this video, and I'll catch you over there.